Hi, welcome to Thanks Academy, the podcast where we watch all the best picture winners of all time in random order with random friends. And today's very special episode is with my very special random friend, Roxy Castillo.
I just want to thank my manager who's been with me through the tough times.
You have management?
No.
Oh, well.
Then we'll start with my mom. I want to thank my mom. I want to just give a thank you speech at some point.
You can
in my
do
life.
that at any point during this show. You
Perfect.
can give thanks to anybody for any reason. You can we will pause the movie and make it 4 hours long anytime you need to give a long thank you speech.
Just if it gets too heavy, which why would this movie get too heavy? But
What is this movie? I didn't even say this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We are
Look.
excited.
When I had this brilliant idea for a podcast, I neglected to think of one thing, and that was somewhere in the 90 plus movies we were going to watch. One of them was going to be Schindler's List, which I saw in high school because it was my duty, and I think it was a field trip. I think my school made me watch it.
Everybody that I've told that I'm watching Schindler's List is like, yeah, I watched that at school.
Yeah.
We watched,
It's a very efficient way to get World War II done in like 3 classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, or 4 classes.
We watched, what was that? This is not Holocaust, but it's the Civil War, Matthew Broderick.
Glory.
We watched a lot of Glory.
I like Glory.
We did Roots.
Yep. We watched, at my particular school, we both grew up in the Denver area, so you know what my school is like. We watched non-black movies. I do believe we observed Black History Month, but like in that way that we...
Passively.
Yeah, we observed it. We didn't like participate.
From your high tower.
No, I don't remember. I do remember watching Newsies to learn about the Industrial Revolution.
That's precious,
isn't it? That history teacher got fired.
I love it. I as an adult 32-year-old woman have a Newsies poster in my bedroom.
Fantastic.
Right now.
It is one of the better Doogie Howser related musicals I've ever seen. And it is probably peak Christian Bale. I don't care what anybody says. That's my Christian Bale right there. Yeah. As a non-hetero woman, that's the Christian Bale that I want.
That you want.
Slender and... Okay, my food is here. Okay, I'm back with my very traditional German-Jewish dinner of Penang curry with, I think, egg rolls. Yeah. So anyway.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch Schindler's fucking
Do you want me to
List.
make popcorn or something? I feel like
I'm good.
It's not a popcorn kind of movie.
No.
So you haven't seen this
I
movie.
have never seen Schindler's List.
You were too young for the school field. They didn't take 4th graders to see this movie.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, okay.
They took us to see The Sandlot in kindergarten, but that's
Wow.
another... Yeah.
That's interesting.
Actually, I think it was more like a day camp situation, but...
Oh, like summer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. But I've never seen it. I think it's always been on a list of things to watch.
Yeah.
But when I think about what I want to spend my time and my mental energy on, I don't want to watch Schindler's List. And that's my privilege in play.
Sure. But look,
I'm like, I don't want to deal with the Holocaust.
This is the ultimate
I'll
spinach.
watch Newsies.
Yes! Which is roughly, I mean, it's before then. But there was a lot of anti-Semitism in that movie or in that era that movie did not really deal with.
Yeah.
But it was there in the background if you looked. You know.
Swastikas.
Just the lack of Jews. But no, this movie is the ultimate spinach movie.
Oh, that's good.
Because it's good for people to see it. And people should see it. But
You need
nobody
a dose,
wants to
yeah.
see it. No, it's...
Unless you're like a fucking health nut.
My favorite thing about this movie is it came out the same year as Steven Spielberg's other big movie of the 90s, Jurassic Park.
Forrest Gump?
That wasn't Spielberg.
No, I don't.
It seems like it would be.
It all blends in.
Sure. It was another cheesy guy. I forget who. But yeah, Jurassic Park and this came out the same year, and I feel like that was Steven Spielberg saying, look, I know.
I can do it all.
No. No, I think he was saying, look, hey, I owe you. Like, you're going to watch Schindler's List. This is going to win Best Picture. It's going to, really vivify the Holocaust in a way nobody else has managed to do it yet. And it's going to be an important movie on the top 10 lists of all movies for all time. But I'm going to give you some dinosaurs. So can I still love me?
I was thinking about this fairly recently, but like Jurassic Park holds up, like visually.
Oh, yeah.
Like you don't watch it and you're like, oh, that was clearly made in like 1993.
No.
You look at it and you're like, hey, this is it. And I have a feeling Schindler's List is the same.
Yes.
Where it's like, yeah, the effects, the graphics look great.
Oh my gosh, this smells really strongly.
Looks delicious.
I know. Look at how disgusting of a pig I am. This is how I do it. Okay.
Karina's just eating out of
a giant ass bowl.
Just a pot, pretty much.
Okay.
Yes. Schindler's List.
I had to witch laugh while I stirred this soup of rice.
So a couple things that have been on my mind while thinking about watching this. And then we'll probably jump in because it's an 11-hour movie.
It's a 15-hour movie.
11-hour, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So right now, podcast listeners, if you are listening later on, this is past, but right now we are deep into Mercury retrograde.
Yes, we are in the center of it.
Particular, for those of you who don't know me, I'm really into astrology, just general occulty stuff. But what this Mercury retrograde has brought up a lot is us facing truths that we didn't want to. So the Michael Jackson documentary coming out, it's this break in fantasy because we don't want to deal with it. And so me watching this right now is just like, I mentally just have never wanted to process it. And like, I know things happened, but I'm such a sensitive person that I feel really deeply.
Right.
And so I've always put this off because I know it's going to affect me. Guys, if I cry, we're all friends.
No, we're going to... I know what's coming and I'm dreading it because it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
And also, just so you know, if it gets to be too much, we can stop it.
Thank you.
Like, I don't want to traumatize you for this podcast. I just want to, like, come close. Like, horrify?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
great.
right up to the line of trauma.
Watching you eat out of this big bowl we're halfway there.
I want to make you feel bad for the duration of the recording and then set you free to not feel bad anymore.
Perfect.
That's the goal.
And we both had really great days. So we're already set up for a fantastic, we're both mentally stable and prepared.
My children were missing. And I was actually sitting here thinking, well, do I start the podcast recording before I know whether or not they've been found? Or do I delay this?
Yes.
And it was honestly a tougher decision than it should have been. I was like, well, that would be good content. It'd be really raw, for our listeners. Like my frame of mind going into watching Schindler's List is I don't know if my kids are alive or dead. That's the frame of mind I should be in to watch this movie. But they're fine. They were at the neighbor's house. It's okay. Anyway, let's watch Schindler's List.
Let's watch Schindler's List.
Okay.
We are going to do our best.
Right.
To be mindful.
Yeah.
Of things. And edit out what isn't.
Just like the Universal logo, which is doing its best to play without the Universal music, because it knows that is not what we need right now. Yeah. Or, alternately, the sound isn't working for some reason.
But also, I would hate to be in the theater about to watch this and be like, dun dun, dun dun.
Okay.
Purity.
Is that what that is?
The lighting of the candle
a white
is
candle.
purity.
Well, 2 candles, is that like...
2 souls.
Purity loves company.
He's wearing a Newsies hat.
There you go. I feel like this is the moment when America really realized that Steven Spielberg was Jewish.
Oh, yeah.
Like, despite him trying his whole career to drop subtle hints like American Tail.
Are you talking about Fievel?
Yeah. He produced that.
He sure did. Oh, I'm already sad thinking about Fievel.
God.
They got persecuted by the cats. Oh, I'm gonna have a terrible time. I wish that train was going to Hogwarts.
So this is like the 1930s equivalent of Mar-a-Lago, right?
The who's who.
Yes.
Everybody's gussied up in their gold lame death gowns and their furs.
This is Hitler's country club.
Ugh.
His Reichstag South. That's what I'm going to do to get through this movie, is just point out how Trump is making all this happen.
Yikes. Please do. I'm so happy I have therapy tomorrow.
Oh my god. I'll Venmo you if you spend your whole appointment talking about this movie.
So, I do burlesque. And men do not look at burlesque dancers the way that these men are looking at these, like, dancers. They're like, yeah, whatever.
You know what? Okay. I have a theory that one of the problems with men directing movies, and only men directing movies, is that when they show strip clubs or burlesque or whatever, they always downplay the explicitness of the dancer and upplay the appreciation of the men. Because they're like kind of subtly making it all a little bit more romantic and a little less gross because they know girls are going to watch the movie. And it's really annoying to me because like you go to a real
strip club and men are
strip
bored.
Club or even burlesque show, men are bored or just...
Well, also men don't go to burlesque shows. Burlesque is for women.
It's true. Yeah, strip clubs are bored or just like in their own place that is written all over their face.
Yeah.
That's not a good place.
Man, I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, the strippers are always wearing more clothes and doing more athletic things than they usually do.
And smiling.
And smiling.
You ever fucking seen a stripper smile? She's new.
Yeah, new or the headlining professional.
Who they flew in from Detroit. Yeah. Take a shot every time they say Schindler.
Okay.
I hate this. Listeners, do a shot every time I say, I hate this.
Okay, I'll have to cut all those in.
We'll just do a big super cut.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Just
I hate
in the
it.
middle.
I hate it. It's the raptor doors.
Mm-hmm. He did. He just reused the same sets. If you look carefully. There's actually a famous gaff later. You can see one of the dinosaurs run by in the background.
That's fucking funny. Oh man, I hate this. Is he Jewish? Is he going into Catholicism? A church, sorry. A Catholic church. Oy. And I also need to not say oi during this.
You can say oi.
Okay.
You're Australian.
Yeah. I'm Jewish adjacent.
Yeah. Polish, right?
Polish. Mm-hmm. I once bought a menorah out of curiosity. I wanted to convert
What did you think
to
it was going
Judaism.
to do? Oh, curiosity about Judaism.
Yeah. And I was like, I'll buy a menorah.
You wanted to see what like the menorah would do if you just had it.
If I just lit
If
it.
it would like start to resent you or something. Oh, you got roommates.
If somebody was like, Roxy, you're into astrology, you like crystals, do you truly believe in it that much to have a roommate? I would be like, no.
What if like...
No.
Okay. Was he speaking English?
Can we put subtitles on?
Let's do it.
If I watch Sex and the City with subtitles, I should probably watch
Yeah.
Schindler's List with subtitles.
The dialogue's probably a little less witty, but...
Well, sometimes I like to have subtitles on so I can see how things are written.
Yeah.
And then pretend like I wrote them. If you think I'm joking, no, I'm not.
I'm laughing because I know you are.
Schindler's List, but like with the Milo and Otis treatment.
What do you mean?
Like it's a bunch of dogs and cats.
That was American Tail.
Yeah, God. God damn it. I'm just thinking out loud here.
Yeah. Keep trying.
Let's just watch it.
You're gonna crack this palatable Holocaust movie.
I can't. I'm trying to do I watch it through the eyes of a rom-com? Do I just...
Is he administering typing tests or being a creeper? Or both?
Hopefully both? Ugh, why did I say hopefully both?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's attractive.
Her dresses? Oh, asshole.
Oh, come on, just because she's smoking.
Smoking hot.
Yeah.
Ageist.
Sizist.
Everythingist. German Nazi.
Yeah.
I mean...
Manufacturers of superior enamelware crockery.
The Rachel Ray line.
Yeah.
Crafted for military.
This is how William Sonoma got his
Jesus
start. Let's start that rumor.
Yeah.
They're the Mercedes-Benz of mall stores.
You're doing it, Karina.
Oh, no, it was Volkswagen. That was the one. Volkswagen was the Nazi one.
Yeah, they technically were, weren't they?
They literally were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See attached list and available colors.
See, that looked like the 70s.
Anticipating
That
the
photo.
enclosed bids will meet with your approval and looking forward to a long and mutually prosperous...
Just a Harry and David basket for your favorite
Yep.
Nazi officer.
And very best regards.
So he's just bribing his ass off so he can run a factory with slaves. He's in that real gray area.
Yeah, I can't... Oh.
Well, black and white area.
Hey.
Hey. I'm trying.
You are. I think I'm giving up.
That's fine.
As this goes on, I'm like,
Well, so far,
It's not terrible.
not too bad. I mean, a lot of bad things happening off screen, but we don't have to watch them.
My father was fond of saying you need 3...
Is he giving himself credit for hitting this genius idea of slave labor?
Yeah.
Because, America figured that shit out, boy.
Yeah, let's not be proud.
Oh, right.
Let's
Sorry,
rein that in. Woo! You know what we do? Slavery!
Sometimes I take that, but at least we weren't Nazis bit a little too... So who's she then? Is she
She's
one
a
of
mistress.
the... Oh, is she one of the secretaries?
Yeah.
Seriously, that actress looks familiar. Or should I go?
We built this city on slave labor. We built this city.
That's the only thing that could give that song any heft.
We built this.
If it was just like a woke Black Lives Matter anthem.
We kept saying, if there's any two people who could watch Schindler's List and make it tasteful and funny, it's you and me, and we are striking out, my friend.
Only on tasteful.
Yes.
Meanwhile, in the slave factory.
Is it sad that I know most European cities from the game Ticket to Ride Europe?
No, that's
I
good.
see city names and I'm like, yeah, I know where that is in relation to XYZ.
Yeah, that's good. That's why I like those kind of games. I liked Risk because it gave me an idea of what the fuck Russia was, in large chunks.
The first time I ever played Risk, we played for several hours and I ended up taking the whole world.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that after a while you could just stop conquering. And I was like, well, I'm on a roll. And then they were like, we could have ended this game an hour and a fucking half ago. And I was like, but I won!
I'm still winning.
Stop the train!
Is that Ben Kingsley?
Yeah. Ben Kingsley apologized to him for getting rounded up.
Okay, so what did he say to the guard to make them stop the train? I think I missed that.
I'll send you to the southern Russia, to the front lines.
Makes no difference to us, you understand? This one, that one. It's the inconvenience to the list. It's the paperwork.
I somehow left my one card at home. I tried to explain them. It was a mistake, but I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
What if I got here 5 minutes later?
You'd be
Then
dead!
where would I be?
Oh my god. Yeah, where would you be?
The luggage wasn't on the fucking train.
Oh no.
Okay. No!
I know, it's just like DIA.
You're doing good. Thank you.
I'm trying.
No, you are. I really...
What are we doing here? Sorting shoes from jewelry.
Real Marie Kondo.
Yeah, accordions. Which one of these brings them joy? None of it. They're Nazis.
Let it go. Thank it.
Oh, the gold does. Yeah. I like her.
There will be at least a subsidence at the southern end of the barracks. Subsidence and then collapse.
You are an engineer.
Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Diana Reiter.
You don't recognize a lesbian house inspector when you see one?
Yes, Karina does.
Like
That's your fucking bread and butter, my friend.
Yeah.
Unterscharführer.
Jawohl.
Shoot her.
Don't you dare!
Herr Kommandant, I'm only trying to do my job.
Yeah, I'm doing mine.
Sir, she's foreman of construction.
We're not going to have arguments with these people.
No!
Wait!
Shoot her! Here, my authority.
Wait! No! Okay, I know it's weird to get upset about this because we knew it's gonna get even worse, but...
It will take more than that.
I'm sure you're right.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ!
Christ!
You...
Take it down, report it, rebuild it, like she said.
No!
We have more to see, but we have only 1 more hour of light.
I think you live in a world that you can just fucking
Do that.
see that death and like just not and just have to fucking keep working. There's parallels between these men, and I don't know what it is yet. But the filmmaking is letting me know. I hate this fucking movie. I hate history.
Remember,
Oh,
Why
it's...
can't I live in my fucking
years from now.
fantasy world? Just for history, if you know. So why were the Jews villainized?
It's so complicated, but it's also so primal. But it boils down to money lending was banned by the Christian church, but you needed to money lend to get shit done. The Jewish people had no such compunction about it, so they would serve as money lenders. People would be upset when they owed them back money with interest. They'd start to feel resentful, but they needed the money, and it just sort of, that resentment accumulated. Meanwhile, of course, Jewish people made a lot of wealth by doing that service, and that is how they existed in Christian Europe throughout the Middle Ages. But that resentment boiled in that like cauldron for centuries and centuries, and like folk tales grew around it, and suspicions grew around it, and then of course there were justifications from the church for those who are not good people because they're not in the church.
And they're also going against this law.
Yeah. So every couple of decades, somewhere, it would just boil over, and the Jews would get blamed and destroyed. And it had died down for a minute in the 18th century and 19th century for like a nice long time. which only like allowed Jewish people to like kind of strengthen their foothold and all that. And then like the late 19th century and early 20th century, it got this bad. It was kind of like that resentment bubbled up too long.
Yeah. That was a very eloquent explanation, and something I've actually just never heard before.
It's one angle of it. There's other angles you can talk about for like the other and just general racism. And in Europe, there were no races, but there's always a race, you know. And the Jews
just happened to be like the most
different,
like noticeable.
Yes, they did the most different things, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of they take our jobsness because they would do things that, and it wasn't like they take our jobs like blue collar. It was like they run the banks and are the jewelers and like lots of resentment there. Yeah.
High status.
Yep. And then politically, like in France, it just was easy. The Catholic Church, whenever things weren't going well for the Catholic Church and they were losing their power, they would turn everybody's attention to the Jews. And like France was like rabidly anti-Semitic because of it. Which shit is one. I'm going to keep talking about this instead of the movie because the movie's getting shitty.
It's real intense right now, everybody.
That's one reason why France's collaboration with Germany was not a shock. Mm-hmm. You know, because there was an element in France that was very fresh from World War I that was like, well, we don't want you to take over France. This is really devastating to us, but you're right about the Jews. Mm-hmm. It's awful.
See, and I wish that context was also presented along with, like, the history lesson of the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's just so confusing as a kid to, like, learn about the Holocaust and be like, I don't understand why. I know this awful thing happened. And, like, that's so illuminating for me as a 32-year-old now.
I think it's almost counterproductive not to talk about that because it just makes it sound it sets Jewish people even more apart when you think of them as, even with sympathy, oh well, they were the ones who were the victims of the Holocaust. It's like no, let's talk about
this is a longer,
it almost justifies, it makes the Holocaust sound more justifiable for some reason if you're just like, oh yeah, well they killed the Jews.
It's bigger.
It's bigger.
But also,
they killed themselves.
When we're not talking about, like, the bigger fucking issue, then we don't see that, like, we're doing that to other people. And then we're doing it to, like...
It's exactly what we're doing to Hispanics right now. Absolutely, 100%. The parallels are not, like, loose.
I fucking hate this.
Yeah, this is... Fuck. What the fuck? I like how they stopped translating here.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like... It's almost like he's saying none of this makes sense. You know?
That's... But also it doesn't make sense. Because you shouldn't have that many consonants in a fucking word. So three more hours left?
Only 2.
Oh, good. Yes, 2.
Holy shit.
That's the way to do it.
Dr. Kevorkian. Good for you.
Kevorkian, Polish.
Hey!
Hello.
Look at that. They know what's up.
So these are, like, infirmed.
Yeah, they're like, you know, you want...
Just go peaceful.
Go peaceful. Oh. Good. Waste your bullets, assholes. No.
Get that baby fucking out of here. I can't hear a baby cry.
As good as that. Peter. Give him up. Just let him be here inside.
Oh,
Join her. Join the line.
no, this is the shit that gets me.
The families.
This, yeah. Because it's like, okay, yeah, we haven't marched down the streets and just shot people with summary executions yet.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we've done this fucking shit. We sure have. We are doing this shit right now. Still. They haven't stopped. This is weird. This movie is actually making me angry on this
Yeah.
walkthrough. It just made me scared and sad the first time, but now that...
I think right now I'm feeling very just confused and really sad, and just watching this as like having Polish ancestry, and then
Right.
also like processing what's happening now with like my Hispanic.
Right?
For the people in the back row, I hate this.
Mila!
She didn't go in the sewers.
Oh no. Oh, is that her?
Is this the rom-com I'm looking for? That they're gonna find each other at the end? Because I'm hoping.
I honestly have blocked out this movie from here. Like, I remember some of it coming up to this, but I think my psyche was just like, no to the rest of this movie. At 14 or whenever they made me watch it.
I'm gonna go watch How to Train Your Dragon 3 right after this.
Make coffee.
Make us a salad.
Men suck.
What did we take away from Schindler's List?
Men suck.
Men suck.
Yep.
Oh, fuck no! Y'all don't fuck with gravestones? And you fucking made a road out of it?
What?
What?
Is that
the
what those were?
fuck? Yes, man! Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
god. That's just
So
so
fucked
mean.
up.
For reprocessing Jewish clothing from the ghettos.
It's like, every once in a while I catch myself thinking, wow, what a beautiful shot, or thinking about
Yeah.
the direction, but then I feel guilty. Like,
What?
analyzing this as a movie when the story
Yeah.
itself is so, like, holy shit.
Well, that's how I feel about the bloopers, or just like
Yeah.
there's a gaff, you know, or like a best boy just outside of frame.
Yeah. It's almost disrespectful in this movie to, like, think, well, it's only a movie. You know?
Factory owners in this camp, leaving you to take care of my main account, the Schindler account.
See, that is a beautiful shot.
It's a beautiful shot. You did a good job, Steven Spielberg. I know the Academy Awards already told you that, but
Here we are.
here we are, 16 years later, 26 years later, 26 years later. Well, now I'm depressed on a whole different level.
I was in 4th grade when this came out.
I don't need to feel self-pity at the same time that I'm trying to extend empathy.
Well, I gained a pound this week. He was
man.
a boy, she was a girl. Could I make it any more obvious?
Wait, is that Skater?
He was a skater boy. He was a Nazi boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her.
Well,
It's the only thing my brain can make sense
you
of.
bet your ass I'm putting Nazi Boy in.
You have to think of it in his situation.
Yeah.
He's got this whole place to run.
It was like a fleshlight
For everything
factory.
that goes on here,
Yeah.
all these people, he's got a lot of things to worry about. And he's got
Did you say it's a fleshlight factory?
Yeah.
never the good, always the
It's
bad.
not enamelware. It's just high quality dildos. Dildo accessories.
Circumstances, he wouldn't be like this. He'd be all right.
And then they're arguing about it.
He's a wonderful crook.
Just imagine this happening in a South Austin.
The Nazis did all of this for pocket pussy. Just the whole thing was a ruse for more
Sure,
pocket pussy.
we got Apple.
Yeah.
Sure, we got Volkswagen.
Somebody escaped
But
from a work detail outside the wire.
we got porn with story.
Lined up everybody from
And
the
we got
missing
pocket
friends.
booze. Ugh,
What a dumb shit.
it was a little gut.
I mean, I'm not rooting for him to kill people, but like he's just an idiot, and that's disappointing. On top of him being cruel.
Is he gonna get shot from afar?
Is he not enjoying it? He misses the killing.
Oh my god,
Oh
what
my
a
God.
fucking psychopath. Oh, I'm gonna delete my OkCupid, my Tinder, I just don't trust.
No, he's not. This didn't last. It doesn't work. It doesn't give him the same. Yep.
See, I
Yep,
fucking
knew
called it. Karina, no!
No.
How do you not fucking...
Oh! Well, I guess it saved 4 people?
Yeah.
It almost worked. Worked for 4 people. Dude, his nails are long. They are. They're kind of pointy and
Yeah.
long.
That's a pretty dog. More dogs, less
More-
killing.
yeah.
More dogs.
Good boys. Good boys.
What, there were no cats in the Holocaust? I really want to just watch Fievel.
What if we just like alternated scenes?
We just record 2 episodes and like weave them
Yeah.
in together.
Somewhere out there.
Oh. It's all we have, guys.
I'm so sorry, but
This is all we have.
okay. There's only a movie left.
A children's length. There's 1 Moana left.
Yes, there's one Fievel Goes West to go.
Oh, jeez, that's true. I sit here thinking, like, how have you healed from this? Like, how have you, like...
I'm sorry, I'm like
You're
just
good, you're good.
in terror right now.
Oh, yeah, we're recording a podcast.
I wasn't gonna. We don't have to make it all okay.
Rita wouldn't let me pee, and she
Like,
made me
no,
watch all of
no.
She made me watch all of Schindler's
The
List.
whole scene with the fire hoses and everything.
And then I had to confront my own heritage and my own history and the stain of our lives. I'm fine.
We're fine. Did you just get thrown in jail?
I don't know. Karina's
Take it
covered
anymore.
herself with a blanket.
Can't take it anymore.
What are we gonna do to decompress?
I don't know.
I don't know how to
We're
sleep, yeah.
we're gonna leave the microphone on, and we don't have to talk about the movie this time. Okay. I'm gonna break because you know what the movie's about. It's about
And I feel like we've covered it during
Yeah.
like the big conversations that we would be having.
it's the Holocaust. You know of it, and it's real, and it's whoa hard to watch. Okay, holy shit. No, let's talk about the positive
Jesus Christ.
things that are happening in the world. Is he shooting at the pile of dead bodies?
No, he's just berserker. Now he is.
Oh my god, does he not get enough?
If I don't have enough to do, they come up with this. have to find every rag, bury it up here, burn it. The party's over, Oscar. They're closing us down, sending everybody to Oscar.
What?
I don't know. As soon as I can arrange the shipment, maybe 30, 40 days. That would be fun.
Such a dipshit. No!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Why?
Oh,
Oscar didn't like that either.
I don't want any context. I just want that doubled
Fucking-
no
Ugh.
in the podcast.
It's the happy part of the movie.
Oh, good! Yay!
So he decided before they burn them all up, he's going to move his whole factory to Czechoslovakia and make artillery shells, and he needs all of his workers so he doesn't have to retrain them. And they're making a list of 450.
Same thing I'm doing. Am I-
Schindler's List! Here
And
we go!
He got asshole on his side by giving him his steamer trunks full of money, which he made 6 of, by the way. So
We could relocate them in something like St.
now he's trying to get others. Hey, he got Helen.
No, it's not! We still have an hour left! Oh, I just don't feel hopeful.
Blocked it all out. Don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I like actually believe that.
Except I know there's one scene left that I do remember, and I don't like it.
Don't trust a train.
It's never. This is why we don't have them in America, because the Nazis ruined it for
Man,
everybody.
that's true. We could have efficient fucking travel in the United States.
If the Nazis hadn't used it for death. Hey, Roxy.
Yeah.
Why did the Nazi cross the road?
Why?
To get hit by a truck and die.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Nazis! Oh, fuck.
Fucking.
No.
No! No!
She can't see without her glasses. Okay, Google,
Okay.
tell us a joke.
Promoted because he was outstanding in his field.
That did not help. That did not help. That didn't help at all.
I'm so mad for laughing right
No. Oh my god.
But at least we got Magneto from all this.
Oh shit.
I mean, I really understand. I like Magneto.
That is a silver lining.
It is. Yes, they're getting back on the train. Oh, this detour, this...
I don't know if I can cheer for them getting on a train in a Holocaust movie or not. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm like comedy fan grateful to Spielberg for not making this movie like worse than it absolutely had to be. And I'm sorry I just called him Spielberg. I've just been watching
Michelle Pfeifenberger.
these Nazis have been getting in my brain. Oh, where are they
This
now?
has to be the... Roll goddamn credits.
Seriously.
Can we just end on
Just
a high note?
show them all at a ripe old age in nice middle class housing.
And then they're all saying their names again, but as elderly.
Yes.
And then it's like the Mr. Rogers documentary where it's like, think of 3 people that saved you from the Holocaust.
And every child that was born to them was a reincarnated soul, so that
Yes!
literally nobody got killed.
Yes!
Oh, and then show us just gruesome death photos of Nazis. What the fuck? What did we just cut to?
What the... Yeah.
Holy shit.
Are they sleeping?
Did they take a nap?
Yeah, they're sleeping.
Okay.
That's super fucking misleading, man.
What
Don't
happened?
fuck with me, Steven.
What's going on? Yeah, I agree, horse.
You have been liberated by the Soviet army.
Oh, Fuck.
Yay, the Russians are here! Said these Jews once.
Remember the pots. Good times.
Over the pocket potsies. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm back on Twitter.
Yeah. Me too. Follow us on... Oh, it's color. I think that was exactly what I thought it would be.
Torture? Oh no. Ugh. Restart. Oh, here.
You know what that was?
What?
A blooper.
That what we blooped.
We blooped all over that.
Oh man. I leave with less questions than I came in with about the history of World War II and the Holocaust and the atrocities that happened. I have nothing left to give.
I don't either. And I don't want to disrespect the movie by not talking about it, but I don't want to dwell in it. I feel like it gave me exactly as much Holocaust as I could handle. And then it gave me
handle?
Yeah. And it gave me a nice long version of a happy ending.
Yeah.
You know?
That ending was great.
Kind of I'm not distraught right now. I'm just sort of like, okay, I have, like you said, learned.
I didn't cry as much as I thought I was going to.
It was really more at the beginning when they were getting their lives turned upside down that it was like, it went from sad to, we were sad. You were crying. I was on the verge.
Yeah.
When their lives are getting torn apart. And then I went through a long angry phase during the transportation shit.
And then when the kid stuff.
And then I was terrified.
You turned inward pretty quick.
Yeah. I was just, I couldn't close my mouth.
Yeah.
I was horrified so hard.
I definitely agree to not dwell in it. I definitely want to honor what we just did and what y'all just listened to us react to.
Thank you for listening to this episode.
Ugh.
Does not substitute as watching the movie if you have a class and you're trying to cram.
Or if you just want to impress some people by being like, you know what, have
This-
y'all ever seen Schindler's List? Is this thing on?
This is not the Cliff's Notes. I don't want you writing in your teacher's report or your book report to the teacher that there were bloopers or any sort of a blooper reel.
That there were raptors.
Right, in the
that
background.
That there were triceratops poop.
I don't want to be responsible for any Holocaust misinformation whatsoever.
Laura Dern did great in this movie.
She was fantastic as the German Nazi in the background.
Uncredited German Nazi.
Look, I made a pug for you.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
I actually did notice.
Yeah.
That was like my emotional support.
I forgot to say
place.
before that I made you a little pug if you needed to zone into something
I
else.
would.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh man, have I gotten any messages on OkCupid?
It was...
And then I'd be like, don't check your phone. Don't check your phone during Schindler's List. Don't check it.
I do love that this movie has become a byword for like...
Oh, it's a real Schindler's List.
Be serious. Like, if ever you need to like...
Hey, Schindler's List.
Right.
Come on, guys. Schindler's List.
If you want to bring a room down. Like...
My favorite dating question is...
Yes.
What are your childhood traumas? But now it's going to be...
Wow, really?
Oh my gosh.
Where did
absolutely.
you come up? Is that from your own head?
Yes, I want to know, because if we can go if you're self-aware enough to know what your childhood traumas are, and if you can articulate them, I want to date you because I'm going to fix you.
Oh.
But now instead of that, I'm just going to be like, hey.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List, huh?
Yeah.
That's my way. I actually tried to get someone who was being a little too amorous, and I was like, oh, whoa. What are your childhood traumas? And
really?
Then, and then he told me, and then he was like, yeah, me more, and I was like, no! That was supposed to deter you!
You unfortunately found somebody who had processed their childhood traumas.
And then still was
so
horny.
well
Ugh.
that it didn't impede any of it. I just had a good childhood, so
Congrats.
you wouldn't be able to fend me off with that, babe.
Hey, Karina.
Yeah,
What are your childhood traumas?
I think you're looking at it.
Schindler's
List.
baby.
It's hard right now in America to watch this movie.
Yes.
And I got angry, and I wanted to do something about the Nazis. And I feel grateful that I can, because they are there.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are our actionable items from what we just experienced? And the anger that we processed and the sadness. Because for me, the moment of realizing that, like, what's happening currently with, like,
Yep. On our
Mexican,
border.
yeah. And also what happened in my heritage's past, which is the Polish,
Yep.
all this stuff that we just watched. That really came full circle. And for me, I'm just like, what can I do? I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. I don't want to tweet at somebody. And I also don't want to, I don't know what to do.
Well, I don't know that the movie gave us too many actionable ideas. I suppose we could go to the border and start a factory and sponsor a bunch of workers for visas, and then, like, just not make things.
And then the guy will be like,
Yeah.
hey, is this a Schindler's List? And we're
And
like,
no, look, I got you a Harry and David basket. I know these are hard to come by in the Rio Grande Valley.
in this time, in this day and age.
Yeah.
All we want is to make America Harry and David again.
God!
We just want the
Nada.
best. We want the best pairs for everybody.
Such, God, there's nothing better than a right pair. Let's talk about that. I went straight to, like, the topic of conversation in every nursing home in Arizona.
No, you got this very lustful look. You had, like, a fucking 12-mile stare.
I
And
do
you were
love
like,
a pair.
Oh, you are salivating.
Seriously, though.
Smell you.
Like,
With your right pair.
people will compare.
Come on. Come on, Karina.
People will make metaphors about vaginas and fruit, and they always go to peaches and strawberries, but a pear. I think for me it's a pear.
It's a pear.
I think so.
I'm a grapefruit.
Oh,
It's so messy.
and
But it's like, and it has to be right.
and it leaves, like, your mouth in bad shape.
Yeah.
There's too much acid.
Just so much, and if you don't get the membrane off, it hurts.
But with a little bit of sweetness,
As in my girl. That's my girl.
it's a good breakfast food.
Oh man, is there a
This has been Eating Pussy with Schindler's List.
Hey, that Ray Fiennes really knew how to terrify a woman.
He was terrible.
He was.
I don't like him anymore.
Are there?
I didn't like him to begin with.
What are gay Best Picture movies?
Yeah, Intentional?
Yes.
Moonlight.
Okay. Is that literally the only one?
Congratulations.
Cool.
Unintentional, we found quite a few so far.
I have heard nothing but glowing reviews about your Queer Film 3101 Titanic.
Yes.
I've heard it from multiple people who don't know you
Well,
on how fucking fantastic that...
Titanic is definitely a lesbian / transgender love story. 100%. And then Ben-Hur is all the way a gay romance. Casablanca is probably a gay romance as well. And then there's been a couple more where there's some predominantly gay themes. But I do believe Moonlight was the first overtly story of a homosexual life. Because Philadelphia did not win Best Picture. Hanks won, but Philly didn't.
Again, I can't say I've seen that.
That one is not quite Schindler's List, but yeah, it is. That's
Schindler
hard to watch.
adjacent.
Yeah, it's like if Schindler's List was only about one person.
Oh, God.
You know?
Schindler.
It'd be like Schindler's buddy who got shipped to the Holocaust.
Hey, guys, I'm Schindler's pal.
And then the Schindler's played by Denzel, which does also help. So,
Yeah.
how
How do we pull ourselves up?
as a human.
No,
Oh, just you and me.
Yeah, just
Oh.
how do we get it?
I thought you were gonna try to solve.
No, like the world? No. No, not at all.
It makes you want to watching this.
Yeah. I think I want to approach the world with a little bit more kindness and empathy. Because everybody has their own Holocaust.
Oh,
In a way, I know I say that. I shouldn't say that. Can we cut that? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
Cut.
Yep. Pause. Because everyone has their own what?
Bitch! You're not gonna... Please cut.
I will. I will cut that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to approach the world.
Yes.
Just some more empathy and kindness. Mm-hmm. That's all I can do.
No, because everyone has their own trials,
And
tribulations.
Holograms of themselves that they are projecting into the world. When it's like, what's the real, ouchiness that people have? That they've, like, what are people's ouchies? It's like the wits that, that we keep in our head. How do we bridge that gap? Is
I
this
think
scalable?
you're starting to hit Lernail on the head there. And what are we here's what we've learned.
I'm delirious.
We've learned that two good people who have had a very trying day, each in their own way. I mean, we all have our own hard day. And when you sit those people down at the end of the day...
Who are very routine based.
Yes.
This is past my bedtime.
This is not good for me.
No, I'm unwell.
And you make them live in the world's worst atrocity, or at least the 20th century's, for 4 hours. They'll make some jokes.
Yeah. To everybody listening,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We tried. We fucking tried. We were like,
No.
you know what? If any two people could do it, it's us. We can do it. And we did, and I'm sorry. Because it wasn't good enough.
It's a very good movie. Everybody should see it once. And afterwards, everybody should be able to laugh at silly shit. Because we're alive.
Yeah.
And
They should do, they do Jaws on the water. They should do Schindler's List.
No, where are you going with this?
No. I just mean,
Okay.
you should watch it, but, in the daylight,
Oh, okay.
with water and,
my God.
a cold beverage, not,
I thought you were going to be like, they should do Schindler's List at Auschwitz. And I'm like,
No!
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they actually do. But not
oh my
for
God,
the same
film on the
reason.
rocks. Film on... film... I can't, dude.
You know what they should show it? Film on the rocks. Just the last scene of Schindler's List.
Can we wrap?
Yeah, we're done.
Can we wrap up?
Thank you so much, Roxy. Do you have anything you want to plug or something?
No,
Okay.
I love you with all my heart.
Thank
you for having me.
For Roxy Castillo in a theater or a club or anything near you. Just honestly, she's a delight and a joy, as you know. Bye.